up, you guys? I got a Skate 3 commentary coming to you today. This is a story of how I almost got caught by the police smoking the ganja in the forest with my homeboys. If I stutter, it's because I'm focusing on the game right now, trying to get this contest in, even though I beat the game already. I don't know. I just wanted you guys to have something to look at, you feel me? Regardless, let's get on to this story. So, oh my gosh, I'm doing terrible. So, there's these woods that are about maybe 3 miles from my house that my friends used to go to all the time because they live closer to it. But there's these woods. We called the place Hobo Hideout, and we don't go there anymore just because of like what happened. It got super hot with the cops and stuff. But I guess I'll just start the story from the beginning. So, I'd been in Hobo Hideout a couple times now, and I was starting to get used to like what it was like, blah blah blah. And it's basically like this foresty area near a park, like a children's park. And basically, you sneak through these like little fences or whatever. But basically, you're not supposed to like park near it, because if you park near it, everybody knows what you're going to do. If you're not near the park, they know you're gonna go like smoke in the woods. So my friend would always park like kind of far away from the park. He would park like a couple blocks away, and we'd walk there to like try to make it less sketchy. But apparently it was more sketchy. But I'll get to that. So we walk in, my friends had been building a shack there, actually, which I think is really cool. So, like, they had been building a shack, like a shack in the woods and stuff, and basically where you could just hang out and do that fun stuff. So they built the shack, and we're sitting in it, and we're hanging out, doing our thing, and then all we hear is like a little, like we hear like footsteps, like little footsteps. And then we're like, okay, like, that's weird, like, nobody comes here. Then we turn around, and, like, there's just this guy in a pink shirt, and he's on his phone. So we're like, oh, shit, like, what's going on? And like, just this guy on his phone, like, this kind of looks sketchy, like, we don't know what's going on, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. And then, right after we hear that, all we hear is, like, a walkie-talkie, like, the signature walkie-talkie noise, like, the so, like, we just hear that, and we're like, oh shit, like, that's a cop, and then we're like, alright, I said, okay, are we gonna leave? Like, there's 3 of us, there's 4 of us, there's me and 3 of my friends. I'm just like, oh shit, like, we should probably dip, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna dip, like, are we out? And then, right as me and, like, my other friends start to get up to go, and keep in mind, the weed was out. Like, the weed was out, and we were ready to go, and you probably could smell it. But, like, my friend, like, threw it down under some, like, leaves or whatever. But, probably still smelled it. Shit was dank, you feel me? But, the weed was out. And, I had just, like, put my pipe in my sock. Because, like, I was, like, sketched the fuck out. But, like I said, my friend hid the weed in some bushes, or, like, some leaves or whatever. And right as we get up to go, he comes around the corner to like where the hut was, and he's just like, hey, where you guys going? Like, what's going on here? And we're like, oh, like, we're not, oh no, we're just like hanging out in the wood and shit. Like, the most paranoid, like, looking motherfuckers ever. We're just like, oh yeah, man, we're just hanging out in these woods that nobody come to, that are not like state regulated or not normal woods. Like, just like the most bullshit ever. So we're like, yeah, we're just hanging out in the woods, we're not doing anything. He's like, oh, are you sure? You guys, doing anything with some drugs? Like, you guys smoking weed out here? And we're just like, no. We didn't pause, but like, we were just like, no, we're not smoking, like, we're not doing anything. Are you fucking kidding me? I got second. I really could have won. But, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. So, yeah. So we're just like, oh shit, we're probably gonna get arrested. And we see, right, like, by now we see his gun, and he has like some handcuffs. He was undercover. but he was just like, alright, well, who's the one who drove you guys here? And then my friend Jake was like, oh, it was me, right? So we're like, shit. He was like, well, you parked in front of my house, so I'd like you to move your car. And then we were just like, what the fuck? Like, you park in front of this dude's house? What the fuck are you talking about? That's like, that's what we were all thinking, right? So he was like, so can you come move it, right? And then Jake was like, yeah, sure, I'll come move it. So they go off into the distance, and, well, they don't go off into the distance, but right as, like, Jake gets up and he starts walking with the officer, Jake is like, yeah, so right as they start to get up, right as Jake and him start to get up, we start to get up to, like, go out the other exit, because there's 2 exits, and oh my god, why is the phone ringing? I hope you guys can't hear that. But there's 2 exits, and we start to go towards the other one, and the cop's like, oh, where are you guys going? And we were like, oh, we're just dipping, like, he was like, no, don't worry about it, you guys can stay, You're just like, oh, dude, this is so sketchy, like, he wants us to stay here, like, that's so weird. So then, once Jake is out of sight for a little bit, you know, we get up and leave. We're like, fuck that, I'm not staying, because if this dude comes back, and we go to jail, like, nah, fuck that, I'm not staying, fuck that, right? So, we get up, and we leave, and as we're leaving, like, all we see is undercover cop cars. And we were lucky because we left through the park area, so we could have just looked like kids from the park. And I think that's why you told us to stay. Well, we just said fuck it. And we left through the park, and Jake came and picked us up in the car, and somehow we got away. And we were just like, oh my god, like, it was the sketchiest. I think it was like the sketchiest moment of my life. Like, that is so sketchy. Like, I was so sketched out. Like, how the fuck were we not arrested that day? Nice ass cop. That's all I know. Like, that's it. The cop just was not feeling it. He was like, yeah, fuck it, I don't want to do paperwork today, so I'm not going to arrest these pot smoking teenagers. Not that pot smoking teenagers should get arrested anyway. Like, the law against marijuana is bullshit. But yeah, that's the end of the story. Sorry for that little ramble. I hope you guys enjoyed my first ever story time. I got a lot of crazy stories. I know the little gameplay setup is a little ghetto. I know. I'm sorry. Right now, the only game I have is like Skate 3 and Skate 1. So this is what we're getting. I'll probably do some more challenges or whatever, some more entertaining stuff. You know. But yeah, this has been Story Time with Bruce. Next story, maybe my rehab story. Who knows? Who knows? The story of how I got into rehab. That's a pretty crazy one. But on that note, I will see you guys later. I hope you enjoyed the video, and deuces.